Alright. So now what is switch statement? So switch statement is used for, suppose you have multiple options available and you have to execute particular block of code based on that values. Okay, suppose we have finite number of years, right? First year, second year, third year and final year, right? So we have perfect values. Okay, so these 4 values can be our cases. Okay, so for first year, suppose I want to perform one particular part of code. Okay, for second year, suppose I want to execute another different part of code, then we can go for this switch statement. Okay, so this is a multi-way branching statement. Okay, so remember this line, it is a multi-way branching statement. Now let us talk about the syntax of switch statement. Syntax. So here so there will be statement before the switch, then we have to use this keyword switch, and inside that, instead of having a condition, here we'll be having an expression. Okay, this expression can be any arithmetic expression or you can directly put a value there. Okay, now this expression will be evaluated, and this expression, the result of this expression should be a byte value, or it should be a short value, or int value, or char. Okay, so you are familiar with integer type of data, right? Int requires 4 byte, okay, short requires 2 byte, and byte requires 1 byte. Okay, and all of these are integer type of data. Okay, so there will be no fractional part there. Okay, so remember the difference between byte, short and int. Byte requires 1 byte space, short requires 2 byte space, okay, and integer requires 4 byte space. And character, so we can give the character also. Now this character inside means internally it will be stored as a number only, right? So you might be familiar with ASCII values, right? Okay, so char is nothing but the integer, that's why char is also allowed here. Okay, we don't allow fractional part, okay, fractional numbers here in the expression. Okay, so this expression should evaluate to exp should result in value. Okay, this expression should result in byte, short, integer, char value. Okay, now inside that we have multiple cases. Okay, case 1, let's say. Okay, and this is my block 1. Okay, now there is optional break statement. It is optional. Okay, remember that, break. And similarly you can have multiple cases, and there will be a optional default statement. Okay, if all these cases are not matched, then by default block is executed. So the syntax is same as that of C language. Okay, this is my case 2, this is my block 2, this is my case 3 and block 3, and this is my default block. Okay, now what is the working of this switch? Okay, so first this expression will be evaluated. It must evaluate to byte, short, integer or char value. Okay, the compatible values should be there in case. Okay, so if if I have written the character here, then character should be there here. Okay, or if it is an integer expression, then here we have to write integer values. Okay, now consider this expression is, the result of this expression is 2. Okay, now this 2 is compared with this one. Okay, and it will be a equality comparison. Okay, whether 2 equals to 1 Okay, here we cannot have less than, greater than operator. Okay, it is compulsorily equality check. Okay, so 2 equals to 1, false, so this block is skipped. Then 2 equals to 2, yes, this block 2 will be evaluated, and if you have written break, then the control will come out of this switch. Okay, now if you don't write break, what will happen? If you don't write a break, then the control will fall through the cases. Okay, so if this is true, right, 2 equals to 2, this case is executed, this block is executed, and we don't have break here, that's why this third case will also get executed. If block break is not there, then the control will go to case number 4 also, and so on. Okay, ultimately default will also get executed. Okay, in order to avoid that, okay, we write break. Okay, break will take your control out of this switch. Okay, so once this block is executed, you have a break statement, then control will come here. So we will be having some statement after the switch, this statement will get executed. Okay, so this break is optional. Okay, so I am writing the comment here, optional. Okay, this default block is optional, there is no case value here. So if all the cases are not matched, then default will get executed by default. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this. Let me just correct the syntax. Okay, so switch is a multi-way branching statement. This is the syntax. So here we have an expression, you can write a arithmetic expression, but its result should be of this type: byte, short, int or character. Then we must write a compatible statement, compatible values in the cases. Okay, and corresponding the matching case will get executed. Okay, you can take a screenshot now. Okay, so let us write one program based on switch. This will be our 8th program 8, and this is our first switch program 8 switch 1 .java. Ideally you should attend the lectures through laptop, so the text will be clearly visible to you. I think this font is very small, right? Okay, so let me open this code. Okay, now what is my aim here? Okay, so I'll be having the values between 1 to 10. Okay, and for 1 to 5 I'll be writing values less than or equal to 5. Okay, this is a program from Herbert Shield book, okay, which is our textbook. Okay, so I am having 1 to 10 number. For 1 to 5 I am going to print this line, values less than or equals to 5, which is true, right? And for remaining numbers, that is from 6 to 10, I want to print values less than or equals to 10. Okay, and using switch is a statement. Okay, so remember this word, why I am again and again calling switch as statement, if else as statement, you will come to know about that. Okay, so we are familiar with this switch. Okay, switch, and there should be some value. Okay, so I am writing the main part now. Okay, the remaining part, the outer part, will write later on. Okay, so case 1. Okay, if it is case 1, I have to print that the values is less than or equals to 5, right? Okay, so system dot out dot println, and that statement. So see how I am building this program. Okay, so I don't know about this value. Okay, this value will come from somewhere. Okay, if this value is 1, okay, I have to print this. Okay, this is my case 1. Now we know that we have a break statement. It is optional and I am going to use that. Okay, otherwise repeatedly this message will be printed for other cases also. Okay, similar thing will happen for case 2, right? So I am just copying this code for case 2, for case 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so this is my case 4, same message, sorry, case 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, same thing will happen for case 6, but the message is value is less than 10. And 7, let us copy this, and 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is my 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so see, program will look very bigger, but if you know the steps, it will be easier to remember. Okay, so values are coming, okay, between 1 to 10, and we have written the cases for all. Okay, so this much code is ready. Okay, so this is my switch, closing brace of switch. Okay, now we want to create this range. Okay, so we can go for this for loop, right? So we will be studying this later on, but let us use that for generating the values. Okay, for value equals to 1, value, you are familiar with this, right? Values less than equals to 10 equals to value plus plus. Okay, so I have initialized the value from 1, it is going till 10. Okay, and it will be passed to this switch. Okay, so this is my if for block. Okay, yes, now I have to write my class statement. Okay, this is corresponding closing bracket, then we'll have public void main string public static void main, the opening bracket of main and the closing bracket of main. Okay, so for any doubt, are you understanding what I am doing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good, thank you. So I have generated those 10 numbers using for loop. Each time it will be passed to switch, and I should get 5 times this statement, and then later on this statement 5 times. Okay, so let us save this. Okay, I have closed the CMD, D drive, change directory, Java C program 8 number, yes, Java test. Yes, I got the expected outcome. So 5 times this message and 5 times this message. Okay, now this, in this code many statements are repeated. First you take a screenshot of this. We are going to modify this code. Okay, just let me rewrite the problem. Given a range 1 to 10, for 1 to 5 print this value. Okay, 1 minute. Still it is not coming in one screen. Okay, take a screenshot. Okay, all right. So we'll modify this code. Now many statements are repeated here. Okay. Now for cases 1 to 5, I have to print this, right? So can I do like this? Okay, and similarly for this also. Okay, now uh, so we will get the same output or not?
Yes, sir.
Same output, right? So we know that property of switch, right? The control falls through the cases. Okay, now initially the value of value will be 1. The the value of value is 1, right? Now it is matched with this one. There is no statement. Okay, the control will fall through case 1 2 3 4 5. This message is printed, then we have break. The control will come out of a switch and value will get next value, that is 2. Then value is 2. This is it is matched with this case. Okay, control will fall through case number 2 3 4 5 and we will get this message break. Okay, similar thing will happen for 3, control will fall, then 4 5. Okay, so for the values between 1 to 5 times this message is printed. Then for 6, when value becomes 6, it is matched with this one, then again same thing will happen. Okay, for 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, and we should get the same output. Okay, that's why switch has that property. Okay, so in order to achieve this, okay, we have that control falling through the cases. Okay, so that's why we have to use the break based on the situation. Okay, so let us compile it again and we have the similar output. Okay, did you get this concept? Okay, so remember that working of switch and take a screenshot of this. It is a modified version of previous program. Same thing happens in C language also, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, now if I define a double variable, marks, your marks can be a double type, right? 92.5, like that, 92.5, 92.5. Okay, and if I have, okay, can you tell me the output of this? Can anybody tell me the output of this?
सर आएगा ही नहीं.
Okay, one is saying no output.
सर एरर.
Okay, one is saying error, option number 2. Any other answer apart from this? Anyone with high output for the first time? Okay, for the next time, okay, so it will print high 10 times. Okay, is it the third option for anyone? Because loop is going from 1 to 10 and marks is unaltered. Okay, it will be matched this with this 10 times. So anyone with high output? No one. Okay, see, double value is not allowed here. Okay, so this we should get a compiler error. So let us check whether our assumption is wrong or not. Yes, so marks required int found double. Okay, so you should understand this error. Okay, required int, so it was expecting the integer value, but we have provided double value, so that is the error, and just will correct it. So value, no need of this, remove that, remove this 1. Okay, let us see one more program based on switch. I require the outer text. Okay, now this time I am going to print the season. Okay, so we have rainy season, then summer and the winter, right? Now the input to my switch will be the month, okay, and I will be telling let's say January is the winter season, right? So I will be printing winter for that month. Okay, so given a month, print its season. Okay, so we don't require for loop, so we have to declare month number. So let us directly put the values month number. So let's print for October. So we have this, so in switch we will have this, right? Okay, now first we will discuss about the months. Okay, so winter starts from, let's say, November. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, it is a winter season. Then 4, April, May, June, July, so this is a summer, right? Then 8, 9, 10, इसको समर कर देते हैं 3. ओके, और जुलाई में, okay, we expect rain, right, towards the end of July or starting. So this is my rainy season. Okay, so we have 4 months in each category. Okay, so this is my assumptions. Okay, okay, so what should I write here? You tell me. How should I build this logic? Yes, how many cases will be there? Yes, 12, right? Okay, so if I write 1, okay, then 1 के लिए winter है, 2 के लिए winter है. So यहाँ पे I can write this print statement. Okay, and winter season, I will print winter season, okay, or I can give proper message, this month belongs to winter season. Okay, this is true for first and 2. Okay, then for 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, then 7, 8, 9, 10, seven, 8 rainy, right? Okay, then case for 11, case for 12, this belongs to a winter season, right? Any problem? Okay, so we have the month number, it is hard coded, so it is 10 now. So I should get this month belongs to rainy season. Okay, so this month number is matched against this case values. Okay, 1 equals to 10, false, 2 equals to 10, false, 3 equals to 10, false, and so on. Then we have 10 equals to 10, yes, this month belongs to rainy season. Okay, so we should get a correct result. Okay, so this is my 9th program, switch 2. Save, compile, sorry, I compiled program number 8. Enum expected 1 2 3 month number this is from the older program. So switch is ending here, then this is the end of my main and this is the end of my class. Okay, this month belongs to rainy season. Okay, can you suggest me a change, because this statement is repeated. Okay, so can you suggest me the change that I have to make? I don't want to write this statement 2 times. Anyone? Can you repeat?
सर केस 11 12 को 1 2 के नीचे लिख सकते हैं.
Okay, yes. I can keep these cases here, right? So if the month number is 1, okay, if it is matched, then control will fall. If it is 2, then also control will fall. If it is 11 or 12, control will fall. Okay, and I will get a winter, and then I have a break statement. Okay, yes, that will do, right? But month should come in a sequence, so I am writing this here. Okay, now I have a sequence. Okay, so if month is 11 12, okay, then we have a cycle, right? Then January February, it is a winter season. Then 3 4 5 6, it is a summer. 7 8 9 10, it is a rainy season. Okay, so take a screenshot of this. Any doubt? So for such cases, that fall through property of switch is helpful. Okay, so I hope switch is clear to you.
Yes sir.
Okay, so now we'll start with looping statements. Okay, okay, so we have total 3 looping statements. So first is let's start with while loop. Okay, then do while. So again the same syntax is same, the working is also same. Then for loop. Okay, and inside for loop we are going to see a variant of for loop called as for each loop. Okay, for each loop. Okay, so you are familiar with looping statement. Suppose if you want to perform the same task again and again for fixed number of times, then we can write the looping statement. We can use the looping statement. Okay, so again we will be discussing the syntax, then flowchart and the programs. Okay, so first thing, syntax of while loop. Okay, it is simple. So we have a while keyword. Use that. In bracket you specify the condition. If this condition is true, then the while block will be executed. Okay, so you have, so if multiple statements are there, use the curly bracket. Okay, so this is a while block, okay, the statement inside that while block will be executed if this condition is true, okay, and this while block will be executed till this condition becomes false, okay. So you will go in a loop, okay. Then so inside this loop also you can use the break statement. Suppose if you want to break the loop, then you can use the break statement, okay. So this is syntax and the flow chart. So you have the condition, right? So we represent the condition by diamond shape. Okay, so there will be some previous statements, okay. After their execution we will go in while loop. So first we have to evaluate the condition, okay. So we will put a diamond shape. So this is my condition. So this is a boolean expression, so the result of it will be either true or false, right? It will have two branches. Then if it is true, then we will execute the while block. Now it's after its execution, the control will again come back to this position, okay. Again we have to check the condition, and if it is true, again this while block will be executed and this cycle will repeat. If it becomes false, then the next statement after this while block will be executed, okay. So this is my next statement. This statement will be outside of that while loop, okay. So this is my next statement, okay. So let us see a program. First take a screenshot of this flow chart. So this is my flow chart of while loop, okay. You can understand from here while block, okay. So this is a flow chart of while looping statement, while loop. Take a screenshot of this syntax. Okay, so let us see a program based on loop, while loop. Program number 10, while loop, first program. Extension should be Java. Okay, now what we are going to print, okay, let us print numbers from 1 to 10, okay. Let us start with the very basic program. Print numbers from 1 to 10, okay. So while, okay, let us define one number variable called n, okay. If while n is less than 10 or less than equals to 10, okay, what we have to do, we have to print that number, okay. So system.out.println. So this is the main logic of this program, right? So I am writing that first, okay. So n, we have to declare this n, okay. Let us initialize that with one value, okay. Now initially the value of n is 1, okay. 1 less than equals to 10, true. So this condition is true, n is printed, okay. N should be incremented, okay. So I can increment, and it should be incremented by 1. So I can write n plus plus, right, or I can write plus plus n also, okay. So n plus plus, the value of n is incremented by 1, so n has become 2. So 2 less than equals to 10, true, okay. So we will reach to 10 less than equals to 10, yes, true, okay. Print that, n will be incremented, so n will become 11 less than equals to 10, false. So control will come out of a loop, okay. So I can write one statement outside of this loop. So this is my next statement, okay. Here I am just uh, end of the program. Okay, I'm just printing one dummy statement. So I can define a class test public static void main string args. Okay, and indentation, this is the ending of while, the ending of main, end of test. Okay, so let us compile this code. So java c program number 10 while loop 1 java test. Yes, the numbers are printed from 1 to 10, end of the program. This is the next statement. Okay, now if I change this to this, what will happen? Anyone?
सर सेम ही प्रिंट होगा.
Okay, so one student is saying same output. Any other opinion? Any other output? What is this? This plus plus operator. The name of this operator is what?
Post increment.
Post increment, right? Okay. Anybody with this output? Okay, except, let me highlight. Anybody with this output? Except 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10 is printed. Anyone with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is option number
Yes,
2.
sir.
Okay. Anybody with this 2 to 9? Okay, 1 is not printed, 10 is not printed. Anyone is thinking about this output? Okay, we will get the exact same output. Why? Because it is a post increment. You increment this value after the execution of this statement. Okay, here we have two operators. This is post increment and this is the relational operator. We talked about the precedence of operator, right? So this increment is having the higher precedence. Okay, so this part will be executed first. It is a post increment. So you first put the value, then you increment. So the value of this will get replaced by 1 initially. Okay, and then this condition will be evaluated, and after this statement the value will be incremented. Okay, and will become 2. Okay, then 3, 4, okay, up to 10. Okay, and will become 10. The value is the statement is printed, and later it will become 11 and the control will come out of the loop. Okay, so the same output will get. Okay, so if I compile it, oh, 11. So 1 is skipped and we have got 11. Okay, so what is happening? Yeah, see what happened here. After this statement n will get incremented, right? Okay, so that's why 1 is printed, sorry, 2 is printed. Okay, it was 1 earlier, right? Okay, then it is incremented, so n has become 2. Okay, then 2 is printed. Okay, and when n equals to 10, okay, so I will use the marker. Yes, so what is happening there? So we have the n variable. So in memory we will have some location where n is stored. Initially 1 is there. Okay, then we have statement as this one, n plus plus, then less than equals to 10. Okay, now you put the value here, so it will become 1 plus plus less than equals to 10. Okay, So this will get replaced by 1. Okay, so the condition is check 1 less than equals to 10. Okay, condition is true, but after this statement n will be incremented and it will become 2, and then we have the print statement and it will print the value of n, which is already updated, and you have got 2 value. Okay, similarly you will get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what happens for 10? Okay, so you have 10 stored here, right? Okay, now you have n plus plus less than equals to 10. Okay, the value of n is 10, so the statement put the value there, so it will become 10 plus plus less than equals to 10. Okay, now this is post increment. You increment the value later, but first replace it with the actual value, that is 10. 10 less than equals to 10, true. Okay, and after that line you increment the value of n will become 11. Okay, and we are printing that updated value, that's why we have got 11. Okay, so that is the error, so we should not do like this. Okay, and earlier it was correct. Okay, this whole process is known as debugging. Okay, finding the error, it can be the syntactical error or the logical error. Okay, so this is fine. So if I compile now, I am getting the expected outcome. I wanted to print 1 to 10 numbers, I am getting that. Okay, any doubt? Okay, let us modify this code for printing the even numbers. Okay, so print the even numbers between 1 to 20. Okay, now if I start with 1, we can start with 2. Now here I have to write 2, then n plus equals to 2, right? This is a shorthand operator. How to read this line? Add 2 to n. Okay, increment n by 2, right? So I should get even numbers between 2 to 20, right? N is declared as 2, 2 is less than 20, print that, increment by 2, so n will become 4, 6, 8, okay, up to 20. 20 less than equals to 20, yes, okay, print that, then n will become 22, okay, and our loop will this condition will become false and will come out of the loop. Okay, so let us try this program. Eleven number. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and 20. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll see one more program. We'll be printing one pattern. So let us start with simple pattern. You are familiar with this pattern type of programs, right? We'll be printing this. Okay. So let us create one more Java file. So new. So my aim is to print following pattern. Okay, this is the pattern given. Okay, so class test public static void. We should start with the main logic actually. String args. Okay, so while uh, I, let's define one variable called I. Okay, I want to print 4 rows. Okay, so while I less than equals to 4, okay, initialize that I with 0. Okay, if I just print star now, system dot out dot println, if I just print the star, what pattern I am getting? Let's check that. Okay, this is a pattern program, pattern 1. Save. Okay, compile it. Java C, program number 12, and Java test. Okay, it is going in infinite loop. Okay, see, continuously stars are printed. So what happened? Yes, I have initialized the value of I. So let me terminate this. Press Ctrl C to terminate. But I haven't modified the value of I. So I should increment the value of I. So I equals to 0, then I will become 1, 2, 3 and 4. When it becomes 4, then 4 less than 4 false, right? That condition will be false and will come out of a loop. Let us print one dummy statement after this. Okay, so compile. So I am getting 4 stars, but I want to print stars here also. In second line 2 star, 3 star and 4 stars. Okay, so for that we have to go for the nested loops. Okay, so I will be adding one more loop here, and let's define j variable. Okay, these variables are known as loop counters. Okay, so this I is the loop counter for the outer while loop, this j is the loop counter for the inner while loop. Okay, okay, first time we want 1 star, then 2 star, 3 star and 4 star. Okay, so initially I want 1 star. Okay, now if I make use of I variable, because I is incrementing, right? Okay, so initially I is 0. Okay, so j less than 1, so let us initialize j with 0. Okay, I is incrementing, so this number of stars will increase. Okay, see, so j, so if I write 4 here, okay, so let us see that. Okay, then we'll modify the code. So I less than equals to 4, j is less than equals to 4, I am printing the stars and I am incrementing the I. Similarly I have to increment the j also, j plus plus. Okay, let us check this output, this program. Okay, now I am not getting the expected outcome. Okay, so I have to modify. So I will do this change. Okay, print ln. Actually I have not previously I haven't saved the program, that's why I got the same output. Okay, this time I have saved it. Okay, I am writing I less than 4, j less than 4. I have written this. Okay, let us check this, the output of this code. Okay, okay, I am getting the same output. Now I will modify. So 1 plus I. Now what will happen? The value of I is incrementing, so this the execution of this will get incremented, right? So first time it will be executed for 1 time, then 2 times, 3 times. Instead of using the ln, we have to use print. Why? Because we want to print star in one same line, right? Okay, so first time I want to print star only once. Okay, so it will be printed. Okay, and the control will come out of a loop. Then I have to press the enter, right? So I have to use system.out.println, okay, and just the empty string. Okay, it will insert a enter. Okay, then I plus plus. Okay, let us check the output of this code now. This is my while loop pattern1.java. No error. We are getting this output. What is happening? I equals to 0, j equals to 0. J is 0 less than 1 plus 0 system.out.print star j plus plus. J will become initially it is 0, then it is incremented, it will become 1, the condition will become false, will come out of a loop. I plus plus. What is the error? We should get this pattern now, but there must be some logical error. Okay, so let us debug this code. So I have my code here. Okay, yes, so I have two variable I and j. Okay, I is having 0 value, j is having 0 value. Okay, now I less than 4, so the value of I is 0, 0 less than 4, true, go inside. Then j, the value of j is 0, 0 less than 1 plus I, 1 plus I means 1 plus 0, 0 less than 1, yes, true, so print the star, so star will be printed. Then we have j plus plus, the value of j will be incremented, it will become 1. Okay, and then yes, then 1 less than 1 false, so will come out of a loop, and we have this line, so control will be here to the next line. Then I is incremented, I will become 1. Okay, 1. Then so 1 less than 4, yes, true, go inside. Then while j, yes, okay, so we have to reinitialize the value of j, that is the problem. Okay, the value of j was 1, right? It was using that value, older value, so I have to reinitialize the value to 0, that was the problem. So I have found out one error, logical error. Yes, see the output. Okay, have you understood this problem? I missed this line. Okay, now what was happening because of that? Okay, j was having the older value, okay, the incremented one. Okay, so each time only once this condition will be true. Okay, एक ही बार वो condition true हो रहा था, that's why I was getting a single star there. Okay, so that was the error. So I think this is clear to you. Any doubt? So what is happening here? I am writing if while inside another while. So this is nesting of while loops, right? Okay, so take a screenshot of this code. Take a screenshot of this debugging also. You should be able to do debugging. Okay, so initialize the write the memory location and keep updating the values as per your code, and you will come to know about that logical error.